Rome is easily one of the oldest and finest cities in the world. It's full of history which spans over 2,500 years and has been the epicenter of culture, power, politics, and development since it was first established. From legends and mythology which stand at its foundation to the various Roman emperors who have ruled over Rome, this city has gathered over the years plenty of monuments, palaces, and religious buildings that are worth seeing at least once in your lifetime. Rome is one of the most beautiful tourist attractions. It's constantly ranked as one of the top destinations in Europe. Hello, and welcome to Where To Next. Today, we are bringing you the top 15 things that you can do in this marvelous city. Stay tuned until the end to find out all the sights that are worth seeing in Rome. Starting with number 15, the Appian Way. The Via Appia Antica, or as it's commonly known in English, the Appian Way, is one of the oldest roads in Rome. This road is said to have been used to connect Italy's capital city to the south of the country, and it is lined with ancient ruins, catacombs, and tombs. But also to make sure that the transport of goods between Capuchin, who commissioned its construction way back in 312 BCE. The original purpose of the road was to facilitate the quick movement of troops during the Second Samnite War, but also to make sure that the transport of goods between Rome and Campania was facilitated on a day-to-day basis. The Via Appia starts in Rome at the Porta San Sebastiano, and as you progress on the road, you will get to see amazing sights such as the Church Domine Quo Vadis, the Catacombs of San Callisto, the Catacomb of San Sebastian, Circus of Maxentius, and Villa Quintili, to name a few. 14. The Capuchin Crypt. The Crypt of the Capuchins might not be one of the most popular or well-known sights to see in Rome, but it is a very special and also sinister place worth seeing. It is a series of small chapels located right beneath the Church of Santa Maria della Concezione dei Cappuccini, and all chapels are adorned with the bones of over 4,000 Capuchin friars who had passed away between the 16th and 19th century. The crypt is meant to serve as a testament to the Capuchin friars' belief in the fleeting nature of human life and the inevitability of death, as their bones are arranged in various designs across the chapel, such as arches, columns, and even chandeliers. While the Capuchin Crypt might be considered an upsetting or even shocking sight, it is also intriguing and thought-provoking. It offers us a unique perspective on death, helping its guests to remember their own mortality and the fleetingness of life. It is also a testament to the Capuchin friars' devotion to their faith and their belief in the importance of contemplating one's mortality. 13. Piazza del Popolo. Piazza del Popolo is a historic public square that is located in the heart of Rome. For centuries, this piazza has been a popular gathering spot for both locals and tourists alike, as it is home to several notable landmarks, such as the Egyptian obelisk, the twin churches of Santa Maria dei Miracoli and Santa Maria in Montesanto, and of course, Porta del Popolo. This grand gate has served as the main entrance to the city during the Renaissance. But Piazza del Popolo is not famous only as a historic site. It is also a bustling hub of activity with many artists, musicians, and street performers showcasing their talents and adding to the lively mood of the square. 12. Castel SantAngelo. Also known as Mausoleum of Hadrian, Castel SantAngelo is a majestic fortress that is found on the banks of the Tiber River in Rome. It was built originally by Emperor Hadrian and was meant to serve as a mausoleum for himself and his family in 135 AD. But in the centuries to come, the building was repurposed as a fortress, then converted into a papal residence, which even included a secret passage that went underground all the way to the Vatican. The castle is most known for its monumental cylindrical design and its picturesque position on the riverbank. It offers amazing panoramic views of the city from its rooftop terrace, which makes it nowadays an ideal spot for tourists to gaze upon the city. 11. Trastevere. South of the Vatican and across the river Tiber, you will find the picturesque neighborhood of Trastevere with its narrow alleyways, medieval houses, many restaurants, pizzerias, and trattorias. Its name is derived from the Latin expression trans Tiberium, which translated into beyond the Tiber. If you want a 100% Italian experience, then you need to visit Trastevere. Besides its amazing atmosphere, Trastevere is also a neighborhood bursting with sights to see, like the Piazza di Santa Maria with its Basilica Santa Maria in Trastevere, the flea market held at Porta Portese, Villa Farnesina, Colli di Gianicolo, and the Basilica of Santa Cecilia in Trastevere. 10. Circus Maximus. Circus Maximus, or Circo Massimo in Italian, was one of the most famous Roman chariot racing stadiums. It was originally built in the 6th century BC and was more than 2,000 feet long and 387 feet wide. The massive arena was capable of holding an audience of 150,000 people, and throughout time it underwent several renovations. In fact, it was Julius Caesar who gave the venue its distinctive shape, which was modeled specifically for chariot racing. Today, Circus Maximus is a popular tourist destination, and its ruins can still be seen in Rome. 9. Villa and Galleria Borghese. Despite its name, Villa Borghese is actually a large park right in the center of Rome that is home to several museums and galleries, including Galleria Borghese. It was originally built as a country estate for the Borghese family in early 17th century, but by 19th century it was transformed into a public park and had stayed that way since. The Galleria Borghese is the place where you'll find all the Borghese family's private art collection, which also includes works by famous Italian artists such as Caravaggio, Raphael, and Bernini. Both the Villa and Galleria Borghese are considered one of Rome's most important cultural landmarks, and if you're in Rome, it's a must-see. 8. Piazza Navona. One of the most beautiful squares in Rome, Piazza Navona is always filled with street performers, artists, and plenty of cafes. The centerpiece of the piazza is the Fountain of the Four Rivers, a magnificent work of art by the famous Italian sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini. The square is a popular gathering place for both locals and visitors, and it is surrounded by exquisite Baroque architecture, making it a must-see sight when in Rome. 7. The Spanish Steps. One of Rome's most famous landmarks, the 138 steps connect Piazza di Spagna to the Trinità dei Monti Church. The Spanish Steps have been built in the 18th century and have been a popular attractions for locals and tourists alike for centuries. They offer a breathtaking view of the surrounding area from the top. But besides being an awesome meeting spot for locals or a sight to see for tourists, the Spanish Steps are also a popular spot for events, such as fashion shows, and are also often featured in movies or TV shows. The area around the Spanish Steps is also home to some of the city's most exclusive shops and restaurants. So if you want to experience Rome's culture and style, this is the best spot to do so. 6. The Roman Forum. Located in the heart of Rome's historic center, you will find the Roman Forum. This large archaeological site used to be the center of political and social life in ancient Rome, and it played a crucial role in the city's development and expansion. A testament to the enduring legacy of the most influential empires in world history, the Roman Forum is home to many important ancient structures, such as the Temple of Saturn, the Arch of Titus, and the Temple of Caesar. 5. The Pantheon. One of the best preserved ancient buildings in the world, the Pantheon is renowned for its stunning dome, which is considered a marvel of ancient engineering. This dome is made of concrete and is ornamented with intricate patterns and designs, including an oculus, a circular opening at the top which allows sunlight to filter into the inside of the building. The Pantheon was originally built as a temple dedicated to all the gods of ancient Rome in 27 BC, and it has since been used as a Christian church. 4. The Vatican Museums and Sistine Chapel. A trip to Rome is never complete without a visit to the Vatican. And while you're there, why not visit the museums and the Sistine Chapel? The museums have impressive collections of artifacts and arts from throughout history, including the works of Raphael, Leonardo, da Vinci, and Caravaggio. The Sistine Chapel, on the other hand, is a work of art on its own. The ceiling was painted by Michelangelo himself and depicts scenes from the Bible. The Vatican Museums and Sistine Chapel are a must-see for anyone visiting Rome, but especially for art lovers. 3. St. Peter's Basilica and Square. One of the largest churches in the world is located in Rome. St. Peter's Basilica is considered to be one of the most significant architectural masterpieces of the Renaissance, with its interior decorated with beautiful art and sculptures, including Michelangelo's Pieta. But outside the basilica, the views are just as stunning. St. Peter's Square is a grand public space that has been decorated by Bernini and is home to the famous Swiss Guard, who serve as the official guards of the Pope. 2. Trevi Fountain. The second most famous landmark in Rome, Trevi Fountain is also considered one of the most beautiful fountains in the world. It is located in the heart of the city, was built in the 18th century, and it depicts the god Neptune riding a chariot pulled by seahorses. Legend says that if you throw a coin in the fountain, you're guaranteed to return to Rome, so make sure to have some coins ready when you're visiting it. 1. The Colosseum. By far the most iconic landmark in Rome, the Colosseum is also the most famous ancient structure in the world. Built in the 1st century AD, it could host up to 50,000 spectators who were coming from all over the land to watch the gladiators. The history of this landmark is full of bloodshed, as the Colosseum didn't just host fights between gladiators, but also animal fights and Roman games, which were almost always followed by horrific deaths. Nowadays, however, it is a much peaceful place, although we've heard queues can be quite long, so it's better if you reserve your tickets to the Colosseum online. Which site would you visit first while in Rome? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoy these type of videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so that way you're notified each time we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again in our next video.